They thought they could just walk back into my life. They were wrong. The call from my parents didn't just catch me off guard, it hit me like a truck. "We were wondering if we could stay with you for a while, just until we get back on our feet," my mom said. I had spent years building my life from the ground up. From $83 in my bank account and freezing nights in a tiny attic, to a $3 million mansion with marble floors, a pool that glowed at night, and every comfort I had ever dreamed of. And now, after everything, they expected me to just hand them the keys? I didn't respond immediately. I put the phone down and walked through the house. My hand trailed across the smooth marble counters in the kitchen. I walked past the massive windows looking out at the pool. I opened the closet doors in my bedroom, the kind of walk-in closet that had once been bigger than the entire room I rented in that attic. I remembered all the nights I'd cried myself to sleep. All the mornings I'd dragged myself out of bed for another 16-hour shift. All the times I'd watched my parents' car drive by while I shivered on a park bench, too proud, too scared, to call them for help. And now, suddenly, they wanted a front-row seat to the life I had built without them. A few days later, they showed up. My mother in a coat that looked new. My father carrying a suitcase like they were tourists rather than the people who had abandoned me. They stepped into the mansion, eyes wide, mouths open, barely able to speak without awe. "Wow, it's amazing," my mom said, her voice trembling. I smiled, just enough to hide the storm behind my eyes. "Glad you like it," I said. For the first week, they tiptoed through the house. They stayed in the guest rooms, ate in the kitchen, and complimented every little detail. The chandelier, the polished floors, even the curtains. I listened quietly, watching. Each smile, each "thank you," felt like a test. Then came the subtle hints. "Do you mind if we keep a few things here? Would it be okay if we invited a couple friends over? I thought we could redecorate the guest room a little." I realized quickly, this wasn't just about temporary hardship. This was about reclaiming a place they had once denied me. I didn't explode. I didn't scream. I watched, calculated. I remembered the lessons of the attic, the diner, the long nights of struggle. And then I made my decision. One evening, I sat them down in the living room. The chandelier glowed softly above us. The pool reflected the warm lights outside. My parents, still smiling nervously, looked at me expectantly. "I'm glad you're here," I started, "but you need to understand something. This house, this life, I built it from nothing. Every dollar, every hour, every tear. It's mine, not yours. And if you're here, you're not just living in my home, you're living in the consequences of your choices." Their faces went pale. Asterisk, we just thought. My dad began. "No," I said firmly. "You thought. But you didn't act when it mattered. And now, if you're going to be here, you need to respect my rules, my space, and my life. This isn't about being rich, it's about trust. And trust doesn't come back just because you like the marble floors." It was quiet for a long time. Then my mom nodded slowly. "We understand," she said. "It wasn't perfect. It wasn't easy. There were moments of tension, arguments, and silent dinners where the old resentment hung thick in the air. But slowly, we found a rhythm. I learned that letting someone back into your life didn't mean erasing the past, it meant controlling the present. I realized something. The mansion wasn't just a home. It was proof. Proof that I could survive anything, that I could build a life on my own terms, and that no one, not even family, could dictate my worth. And the best part, every time I looked at the pool shimmering under the night sky, I knew this. I had the power to decide who belonged here. And for the first time, I felt truly free.